Welcome to another session of our Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough. We're here on the Tempest where we've got to start some crew talks, so let's jump right into it. Give us some crew talks. Gee, what should I be scanning here? Oh, it's got the Aya fruits and stuff that we got when we were on Aya. Interesting. Let's go over here. Is there anyone in this?
Ah, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
What is
Who's
that?
your friend?
An exalted Ket. I called Jarl to show him. Ah, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
Where the heck did you get an exalted body from? I don't know. This is the start of crew talks, and I'm already in. Loyalty mission hype, says Remingtons. First of all, Remingtons, what's up, man? Second of all, you saw that? You must have went back and watched the VOD. Yeah, I don't know. We have unlocked, I guess, our first loyalty mission, which is for Vetra. So I don't know if we do that or not yet. We'll see. I kind of want to get a feel for these characters, so we're going to do some crew talks, and then we have to give the Ket transponder to Gil, and I don't know if that is something that we can go and do, like, right now, like, because if you saw the end of the last session, we were talking with everyone, and we had two, like, missions or something pop up, where we have to go and help, Krogan, and then there was another mission that PB or Vetra or somebody said something about. And then there's that hunting the Archon thing. So are there 3 priority missions we have to do, or what? I don't know yet. Unsure. There's not always a solution.
We need to be prepared that there might not be.
Jarl, remember what we talked about?
That we should examine the problem objectively. Excuse me.
Grief is never easy. But Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent.
We don't know that. I mean, we don't know that. But there's probably a good chance that it is.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Cat are capable of.
The exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
You're doing well.
I know this job was a surprise, but you've really stepped up. And look, you got your Ket sample.
Their bodies are unlike anything I've seen. Centuries of gene stealing, crafted evolution. It's horrible, of course, but also fascinating.
Glad you're settling in.
Sink or swim, right? I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
I can't believe how badly they messed up all the Asari's faces. I can't get over that. I can't get over how they look so different compared to Asari in the Milky Way. They're essentially the same thing. Man, I don't know. Is there anything new?
Yes?
New memory fragment.
I ran across another memory fragment. Dad made Sam for Mom, to cure her. I knew that was part of it, but...
You didn't know it was the driving force.
You really loved her?
he gave up everything trying to save her.
You didn't realize how important his family was to him?
I guess not.
Maybe that's what he wanted you to see.
Crew morale. Does she say anything new, even though it's grayed out?
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
All stuff. Non-human crew. Y'all.
Is Jal doing okay?
He's adjusting. The rest of us have at least some understanding of each other's cultures. But to Jar, we're all outsiders. It's a lot to take in. I'd say he's doing pretty well.
Okay, so
Thanks
aside
for the
from
insight.
that,
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Reverend says, "Oh, I just read the article Moth linked yesterday. Everything is so clear now." I gotta be honest, I forgot about it. And then Better Twitch TV doesn't have the scroll back amount. So before, I used to set it to an extremely high amount, like 100,000 lines. So that way I could see the start of the stream to the end. But they don't have that anymore. They don't have that option. So now it's like probably like every, I don't know, maybe 30 or 50 lines, it starts getting cut off or whatever. So I can't see from the start of the stream to the very end. Right.
There much to say about that facility involved. I get you, pal. Inane chatter about nothing coming up.
Through info board. Lost and found. Hot patch gun. Lost this from my workbench yesterday, and I'm really hoping it didn't fall through the deck plating. Gil. Liam says, I borrowed it to fix a loose sole on my boot. I'm almost done. Cora says, can I grab it quickly after? Need to patch a strap. Everybody needs to use this, apparently. Another hot patch. And Garn word of the day. Gosan. To cling or to grasp. Gosan. Gosan? I guess. That's fine, whatever. Liam, what's up, man?
I got a copy of the Nexus's movie library.
Thanks. I'll look through it.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
probably
right.
all agricultural learning vids, but there might be something good. I'll keep you posted.
There's got to be more to talk about, though. Reddit says, there is a really interesting GIF video of like 10 seconds that's just mind-blowing. What is the article even talking about? Is it just talking about the development? How quickly they worked on it?
Hey, Pathfinder. Sorry, not much time to talk.
What's going on?
Lots. It's the outposts. Or, you know, lack of them.
We need more, I know.
So many people counting on us to keep the initiative supplied.
I hear that. Should be job one, or close to it. We get enough outposts, maybe the Nexus loosens up and we can start living.
My skills, your past. Let's see what he's got to say.
Just checking in. I wanted to ask about you.
What do you want to know?
Your parents in the car.
I have to know about the car.
We'd wrench on it as a family. Mom suggested it, and Dad liked a happy mom. That's how I fell into mechanical stuff. Armor and jump jets. Mom wasn't a fan of the second part. You know how it is.
I worried my parents from time to time.
That's a kid's job. I probably crossed the line a few times, though. Like jumping a galaxy. That's why I have to make this work. If I don't, then Andromeda was a mistake. I said goodbye to too many people to let that happen.
People of Hustle.
Tell me about your friends in crisis response.
I swore I wouldn't tell anyone what they did. Stealing the shuttle for the car was above and beyond. Dondi, Base, Mazzy, Noel, Cap, and goddamn Hammond. The best people when buildings are falling down. Eventually, I'll have to start a new branch here, you know? I promised.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Right, not much there. So let's see, we're on the bottom here. Okay, Okay, yeah, we can go down here and stay here. I think I want to talk to Gil last. So we'll go up, we'll talk to Drac, Jaw, PB, and all those people. But we'll keep going down here. Remington says, yeah, the development and what went wrong. Why pretty much combat, exploration, and nomad got 5 years. While writing and animations got 18. So they spent that much time on combat and exploration and that amount on animations and writing. I would think that at least if I were to make an RPG game that's somewhat similar to this, where there's a lot of dialogue and you want the characters to be interesting and you want the story to be interesting and all that, I would probably devote like most of the resources. Like, it's got to be priority number 1 is the writing and the story. To go and think that they focused more on combat and exploration in a BioWare game is like mind-blowing to me, because that's not how it used to be. I don't know. If that's the case and that's true, then that's definitely what shows here. That makes sense to why the characters aren't as interesting, or the side missions aren't that interesting, or even the story is, it's okay, but we really haven't seen too much of it yet. Combat and driving in Nomad went well because Frostbite engine was suited for it, while the RPG parts and animations worked. Imagine working on something like animations or writing and being told you have to do 5 years work in 18 months. That's what I'm saying, is like, that's a mistake on their part. They kind of knew what they were getting themselves into by starting that late and not devoting that much time to it.
Come to say hi.
You better watch the capacitors or he'll end up extra crispy.
So the Angara were fighting their own this whole time. Fuck.
Not well.
Did he just say... Did we just hear a Krogan curse? Amazing. They worked full 5 years, though. It just went wrong and had to start over. Game directions changed 3 times. A lot of people left. A lot of spots remained empty. It was just hell. Well, that sucks, then. It sucks that that happened, but I feel like... I don't know. I don't know if that makes it any better. Or not. I don't know. I feel like there shouldn't be any excuse when it comes to making a game, but I know things happen.
Pirates, exiles, severed heads. Kadara port's a peach, huh? And Reyes treats it all like a game. Anything you needed?
Not really, no.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Okay, I guess we'll talk to Vetra and see if she mentions anything about the loyalty mission. Maybe we get a feel for it and see whether we want to do it or not. For me, it does. Knowing the writing was done in 3 times, little time makes me appreciate it more.
Hey, Ryder. Got an encrypted message from Sid. She has news and wanted to talk to us both. Connecting the call now.
Finally! I've been waiting for hours.
So you want to tell us what this is all about?
I was listening to Outpost updates and caught a message about settlers going missing.
That's not good.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, 'cause it's not. They were kidnapped. I dug around, and I think I know where they've been taken. A cave on a moon in the Ramov system. Originally an Angaran mine, I think, but they abandoned it.
I don't believe the planet you're talking about is a moon.
Whatever.
What did I tell you about getting involved?
I couldn't just do nothing.
How do we know your intel's even reliable?
It's reliable.
So that system is one of the systems that were mentioned yesterday when we returned to the Tempest, and everyone was talking about the plans going forward. And apparently that's a system that doesn't have any planets, I think. But I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Sounds more like rumors to me. I trust her. We'll need more information.
We'll need more than your assurances. Who's behind this? Why target settlers?
Ugh, does it matter? Are you gonna not save them if you don't like why they're in trouble?
Sid, just give us everything you have on this.
Already done. Could I come along? I want to help.
You know the answer to that.
Right, of course. Stay away from bad people, guns, bombs, Krogan beer.
Krogan
You
beer?
did good. I just want you to be safe, okay?
Yeah.
What's up with Krogan beer, man? Go to H0447C in the Ramov system. Okay. What's going on? You getting antsy? Are you waiting? Do you want us to hurry up and go? What's happening? I can't even talk to you anymore, I don't think. Okay. What do you say?
Kadara is a lifesaver. I'd promised some people some things I wasn't sure I could get. Turns out I can get them all on Kadara. Funny how things work out.
We all gotta survive somehow.
I'm just relieved that they didn't die out there without Nexus support.
Throwing people off the boat was hard, but Nexus leadership was desperate. Wasn't a great choice. Lose some people, or lose everything.
Okay, nothing there.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Alright, well, this is pretty simple. Let's talk to Drac, and then we'll talk to people on the, I guess, upper deck here. Jal, PB, and the folks in the cockpit. Or the bridge, rather. And then we'll talk to Gil, and we'll figure out what we want to do today. Because there seems to be quite a lot of options. And we'll see.
Thought you should know I keep finding crumbs here on the counter.
Not cleaning it?
Forget it, Drac. It's still your turn to clean the galley.
I think something's nibbling our stores. Something that doesn't belong. Possibly something tasty.
It's probably my monkey? I don't know.
I'll keep an eye out for stowaways.
War stories? Let's go ahead and hear
Got
one.
any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Or combat advice?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fiends, kid. Even I'm not gonna mess with those at close range. Keep your
We
distance.
saw one yesterday.
Shoot them in the red fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
I mean, we kind of already done that. Alright.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
These are pretty quick. The visitor. Follow the crumb trail. I don't know where that is.
Hey, can I see you in the med bay?
Lexi, I was just down there. I was already down in the med bay. Alright, let's see what Jal has to say. He probably will want to talk to us about the Axul guy or whatever. I think that was an email that we
Hey,
read
Jal?
yesterday.
Didn't mean to scare you.
What? I'm not scared. 1 second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
If I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
Understood.
I can see how that helped.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone. I have a list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
I don't know if she likes poetry. Take the risk, I say do it.
Who doesn't like a personalized poem?
Great. Maybe I could just recite it for her.
Make sure I'm there for that.
Liam seems to like my Rofgin. I might sew him one.
He does.
Do Krogan like knives? I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drac.
Do it.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's mainly decorative. Would you like one?
Jal, this is a lot of work. What's really going on?
I'm sure that I seem confident and skilled to you, but I'm not. Or I don't feel like I am.
Think you're special. I know how you feel. That's common. Common.
I think most people feel like that.
I want to fit in. I want to make a difference.
And most people probably think the same thing.
My family is well known. Our lineage is respected, and many of my kin have achieved great things. I've never been one of them. So many older siblings and cousins who succeeded at everything. I stopped trying to keep up.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
Gonna do great things. You're part of this team. You're part of this team, man.
You're one of us now, Jal.
That's it. He's not gonna tell me about Axul. Let's see.
Axul is very cunning. We can't underestimate him. My mothers are worried sick about the cousins that joined him.
Personnel or personal?
Do you have a mate? A partner?
I don't. Not for a long time.
Past relationships. Okay, let's hear about this.
Not for a long time.
I fell in love with a girl once. Aliyah. We were young. I was young. It was my first vassal on Aya. We worked on the same farm. She was a little older. A researcher. I can still hear her laugh and see her eyes. She kissed me and I was hers. Thrilled and seduced.
But it didn't work out?
My older brother came to Aya. He was already famous in the Resistance.
Wait, so did she fall for him then?
Where's Aliyah now? Did she and your brother work out?
They came back to Haval, and she joined our family. She became one of the mothers.
You have to see her every day?
Wow.
No. They were taken by the Ket. Their children survived.
That seems kind of messed up.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
That's kind of messed up, man. Alright. I do probably need to sell some stuff, but before we do that, let's finish up talking here. Go down here. Still don't want to bone Jaw. I'm getting the tingles right now, says Remington's. Nope. I don't have the urge to do so.
Nuh-uh, no peeking. I'm putting the finishing touches on my personal project.
I thought you said it was on the Nexus.
I'm just perfecting the final component here, or should I say, trying to. Several of the crew have offered to help, and I keep politely declining and ushering them out. So, thank you for retrieving that critical piece of Remtech, but kindly stop digging.
Can't help it.
I'm naturally curious, and I'm sure the crew just wants to bond.
Curious is good. Builds anticipation. I'll leave the bonding to you. Not my style. I realize it must be hard being the Pathfinder and not being able to know everything. But there's so much you can do that no one else can. It's safe to say that you, my friend, are one of a kind.
For some reason, PB's jacket in this shot looks really good. It's true. Do I flirt with PB? I don't know if I flirted with her before. Is that all you care about? We both are. I don't think I ever have flirted with PB. Let's do it at least once. See what she
You've
does.
only scratched the surface. You have no idea what all I can do.
No, but I have an active imagination. I look forward to being educated. But no more distractions. The next time you're on the Nexus, my project will be done. Come by, and I'll unveil it. Now, if you will, please leave me to my own devices.
Meet with PB in her Nexus apartment? I didn't know apartments existed on the Nexus, at least in the areas that we've been to. Anything new?
Kadara Port's pretty grisly, huh? Probably get into all sorts of trouble there. And now we're going after the Archon's ship? Sure, that's a good idea.
That's all we've got?
In the absence of any others, it's an excellent one.
Guess I can't argue with that. Anything else to go over?
Flirting. That's interesting. I have not seen that option on anyone else before. I probably will say that, but let's ask about Meridian first.
So what's your take? Is this Meridian what we think it is?
Everything we've seen, each remnant system we've uncovered, is connected to everything else. The bots, the monoliths, the vaults. It stands to reason that activating Meridian will connect the entire network and rekindle terraforming across the cluster.
So you think we're doing the right thing?
Well, yeah.
I feel like the Meridian thing is something... I don't know if they'll say this in game or if this is how it'll play out, but I feel like the Meridian thing, since it is sort of like connected to all the different vaults on all the planets and stuff, I feel like before we go there, we need to make sure we activate the ones on Havarl and Bold. And then if there's another planet that has one, we have to do that too. I don't know if that's how they'll make it happen or not, but I think we want those activated before we go to Meridian. Remington says, PB is like the only Asari that doesn't look horrid. I agree with that. She doesn't look that bad compared to Lexi or just random Asari NPCs that we've seen. I don't know what it is. It might just be the black across her eyes there. I don't know. Let's see what she says about flirting.
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
Okay.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
PB is somewhat interested. Good to know. Carlo, our Solarian friend. I do like Lexi a little too, though. It kind of suits her, the cheeks, make her look old, but others, yeah, not so great, yeah.
I hear you found a stasis locker from the Solarian Ark.
Technically, someone else found it first. But yes.
How wonderful! I know it's not the Ark itself, but any sign is better than nothing, surely. Please, if I can help the search at all, just ask. Or ask anyway. You're good company.
Opinion of others. Stories about the Tempest. Let's see what he says about this. We'll do
Tell me
one.
something else about the ship.
One story.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got us through dark space. The core takes the static electricity it generates and stores it in capacitors. We basically make our own power supply. It took Serena and Tion weeks to get it working on a smaller ship. And a few electrical shocks.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
See what Suvi says. For some reason, the FPS has been pretty good on the Tempest so far. I haven't noticed really any slowdowns or anything.
Liam says he's planning a movie night.
That's the idea.
He's putting it off because it didn't seem right after seeing the exaltation facility. But now there's a delay. I had a thought. Every vid's better with snacks, right?
Yes.
I found an Angaran recipe for these little morsels you can make from a local Helios plant, but it's rare and...
You want me to look for one?
Oh, would you? I'd love to, you know, be social and things.
Movie night snacks. Find a plan on Aya for Suvi. Okay. Can do that.
Ket genetics
Anything
defies
new?
everything we know. They're bits of different species, and yet all Ket. It's bizarre, horrifying, fascinating, all at once.
We study them, they study us.
Just think. While you're poking around in their genetics, they're probably doing the same with ours.
Huh. Wonderful. That's me never sleeping again.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Alright, for the time being, Crew Talks is done. I don't think there's any new emails. Oh, I guess so. Update on Jaal. Writer, thought you should know I spoke to Jaal after some reflection. He seems to accept that the process of exaltation cannot be reversed. Thank you for backing me up. I know it's not easy delivering bad news, especially to a friend, but sometimes it's the only way we can move forward and begin to heal. I will continue to run tests and study the data you obtained from the Ket facility regarding exaltation. I don't expect the results to change, but it can't hurt to be thorough. Non-work related email from Jaal. Holy crap, what is this? Ooh, a little short story it looks like. I told Liam and PB and Lexi a children's story that the mothers used to tell us when we were small. It's from our oral history of the time before the Scourge. The crew said I should write it down so it can be added to the Cultural Center on the Nexus. Here we go. The Wayward Child. Long ago, there was a child who was very stubborn and wouldn't listen to any wisdom, not from her father nor her many mothers. One day, seeking adventure, she snuck aboard a spaceship with an unknown destination. That child was brave to seek adventure. However, she ended up getting spaced with a load of garbage. Deservedly, she froze in the cold vacuum of space and died. The end. I don't know why the crew enjoyed it. It's a terrible story meant to scare youngsters into obedience. Is this a novelty to your people? If so, how do you humans keep children from hurting themselves? We tell them don't do it or they're going to get a spanking. What we do it. About Liam's movie night, Suvi. We talked to her about that, so that's fine. Okay, let's check out the